This message is for USA President. Today's date, March 26th, 2026. I have been writing to you at whitehouse.gov for some time because there is no other place I can write because everybody else are criminalized by domestic terrorists, FBI, or this kind of violent terrorist organization. I came to know that domestic terrorist FBI has been attacking us from the McAllen, Texas Police Department. I already mentioned that story many times, right? So at that time, I officially came to know really, right? Because from my online search or literature search, it was coming that this is domestic terrorist FBI or this kind of terrorist organization, right? There are so many terrorist organizations out there in this country. These kind of federal things, state thing, these kind of things are there, right? They commit crime actually, this kind of crime, because this is so organized actually, right? Everywhere. This is 24 hours a day, and every second for decades after decades, right? Organized terrorist attack, making different plots, different stories, different things, right? Terrorism, this is. All right, but it does not work with me actually because I'm smart. Because God is all the time. God is talking to me and alerting me every second. But anyway, it is any store. Going to any store is just provoke and kill. So that's the plot of domestic terrorist FBI. Each time they provoke. Each second actually. So this is a terrorism actually. This is anarchy, Mr. President. USA is a terrorist country, right? The way I have been experiencing. But USA is not a terrorist country, right, Mr. President? Right? Again, Mr. President, you are also not safe. You are all almost killed actually. They already made it, right? The shooter got a free pass to go to the rooftop and did that actually. Somehow that person missed. That person was used by this kind of terrorist group actually, this kind of domestic terrorist, deep state terrorist group, FBI, CIA, right? There are so many terrorist organizations there in this country because there is no oversight. Whatever oversight is there is nonsense, it's stupid. Right? There should be another department actually so that legally, you got it? So Congress needs to act, make another department there, right? And then, and also there will be some layer after layer you have to do, so that corruption won't be there actually. Then only you can trust. And everything, whatever they are doing actually 24 hours, whatever they are doing actually, any activities must be recorded, no matter what. They should not have any privacy or anything. Everything must be recorded. Use AI to analyze. Then you don't have to even ask those idiots that what you did. Everything you know. Whether you killed Epstein, how Epstein was created. Right? So everything, you don't have to do. Now they are playing game with presidents actually. Because this is really, if some president is guilty, what's the point of us? Nothing. For us, for a citizen, we don't care really. Because we care actually that how Epstein got free pass to commit crime for decades. So that is very important. So that future, this kind of terrorism cannot happen actually. This kind of anarchy. They just made fool actually people. All Bill Gates or whatever the big names, right? And I think they are the victim. Everybody is victim actually here. Right? So because people are not godly, unless you are really attached to God, then you will have all those sexual things, all those things can perturb people, right? So then you have to stay away from those kind of things. But that kind of things, you need spirituality actually. You need to know that your body is also not yours. You have to understand all those things. Then you will not have any attachment or detachment with anything on this planet or the whole universe. You have nothing to do with this nonsense, right? You just do things that to please God, whatever. But that cannot come without spirituality, without this spiritual practice for decades from her childhood, right? So that is impossible to happen with ordinary people, right? Unless a person is completely satisfied with what they have, right? Means perfectly attached to God, that person is not peace. There is no peace there. Now, sorry, I got a phone call. Means I just checked my Fidelity investment. That is some investment company, right? And that is a reputed company actually, right? And that left a message on my phone and called several times. That local branch Fidelity wants to talk to me regarding this retirement options, all those things, funding, all those nonsense, right? And gave a phone number, and I must call those, right? Those things. Now, it is illegal to call actually, even maybe for Fidelity, I used Fidelity or anything, right? There are so many competitors are there. I can even I have something there, Fidelity. I don't have to talk to Fidelity to transfer the money to somewhere else, right? It is that simple actually. I did that in the past also. It is not, right? So wherever I thought that this is, I not do business with this, right? So this is that simple actually, right? And and this is illegal to call, to attack people, and this is to Ripoff actually. This is illegal, and this is Ripoff call, right? Put in danger. Actually, this came from domestic terrorist FBI. Otherwise, Fidelity will not call or leave a message or anything, right? This is impossible to happen. Impossible to happen, because this is illegal to call, to contact, to sell anything actually. Even say I called some company, AT&T or whatever, they ask, do I have any permission? Only for that time, during the call, they can discuss any other product or not. I simply give no, right? I don't give permission. Even in that part of call actually, they are not allowed to call me back actually, unless I give the permission for a particular time also. It is not that other time they can call. They cannot call at any time, call or anything actually. They can send US mail or anything, right? If there is anything. But there should not be nothing actually. There should be zero actually. So unless domestic terrorist FBI makes something, or this kind of terrorist organization makes something, right? So there should not be anything. Now, so this is, and let me play the message what this Fidelity things did.
From Fidelity Investments, I work in your local Fidelity Investor Center. Just wanted to have a real quick conversation about the different ways we can help you here in your local branch, and what resources we have available to you when it comes to retirement planning. Give me a call when you get a moment. Number is 216-591-9500, extension 70552. 70552. Thank you.
Now, this call actually, this phone number, I checked the caller ID. They called me several times actually. Right? So that's how scammers commit crime actually. I cannot even trust anyone, even though whatever actually, even bank or whatever financial institution or anything actually, what my bank or anything, means they are there to rip off actually, because of domestic terrorist, FBI, of such kind of things. It is not the Fidelity problem. It is not the any financial institution problem. It is the domestic terrorist, FBI terrorism. Mr. President, please save us. Please bring us justice. Please investigate. Please, I know that you can do it. You can totally dismantle this, reconstruct, and impose real oversight, right? And revise policies what these idiots can do and cannot do. They don't even pay attention. They just ignore you, Mr. President. Congress also, right? Congress says, I say, right? So what about Epstein file? It is not coming out. It will never come out that because Epstein was killed by domestic terrorist, FBI or such kind of terrorist organization, whether they will write that, they will not even write that even. Right? So, and also see how Epstein was used by CIA or all those kind of terrorist group. How, right? So then those are all there also, right? So then nothing will come actually, although President and the Congress put a law actually. It is a law that they have to release everything, right? Except those victims' identity. Everything should come out, but it will not come out. But it is very easy to come out if a president, if Congress, they act with intelligence, having some guts. They can do it very easily, right? They cannot, right? They cannot fool like this. They have been fooling people, actually, everybody. These presidents are like toys, Mr. President. You will not like that, but that is your situation. All presidents, right? Because they do not have real intelligence, actually. They never got. That's why this kind of fightings are going on, all whatever nonsense. This is only hurting USA. USA is almost bankrupt, right? It is like a rich man was rich for maybe 100 years back, and still this next generation, or they still think that we are so powerful, so rich, all those things, and nothing is there actually. Everything is sold. No, even their residential home is not there. Nothing is there, right? I noticed those actually from my childhood. I noticed all those kind of things, right? So I saw so much status, all those things, and then finally and driving car or whatever nonsense, right? My friends, actually, understand? So I know all those things actually, right? Very easy, and it is the situation of US actually, really, right? Mr. President, you understand, right? You are very smart, right? You are a financial guy, so you know. So I don't, right? Please bring us justice. Thank you, Mr. President.